I am Joe McKiddish. This is day 4 of paying my bills with dividends. Today I'm sitting in Salt Lake City. Can't see it out here, but there is a beautiful mountain range behind me and enjoying my day. And I'm about to get started doing some investing. So a couple things that are pretty exciting. Number one, I got paid dividends again. Those dividends are growing. So just in 4 days, 3 days of investing, and now being the fourth, already getting paid. And we're going to go through that in a minute. I'll actually open that up and show everybody what's been happening and what we got paid on today. So that's good stuff. And the stock market's been volatile, but our investments have not dropped significantly or gone up significantly. It's just been kind of easy peasy, easy going. So today there's some cool stuff that I want to discuss about, like using margin, but I think I'm going to wait till next week when I get $2,000 in my Robinhood account and I can actually use margin, and then I'll go through it. So I've gotten a lot of questions on that. Joe, how to use margin? Joe, what's margin? How does it work? And I think I'll actually just show you. So, wait on those questions. Just hold off. I will answer those. But if you have other questions or any ideas on investment strategies or things that you'd like me to go over, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll respond to those. I may not respond to them in a video, but I'll definitely respond to your comments. So definitely put anything in there that you're thinking about and what you're doing. So with that, I'm just going to stop this and I'm going to share my screen. All right. Before I get started on the strategy, I'm going to tell you this. I am not a financial advisor and don't take anything in here as financial advice. This is just my journey, how I'm spending my money. So if you want to research your own investments and find out what you want to do, that's great. I strongly recommend you do that. I strongly recommend that you go buy some books, heavily research your own investments, and make your own decisions about how you spend your money. So this is how I'm spending my money. If you don't like how I'm spending my money, that's fine. You can not like it and go somewhere else. So, but this is what I'm choosing to do. And that's it. All right. So a little about myself before I get rocking on this. I've been investing for about 10 years, a little over into dividend investing. When I got serious about it, it took me about 3 years to go from paying my bills with active income from my business or from salaries and that kind of thing to paying all of my house bills with dividends. So about 3 year process on that. And my old strategy, this is strategy number 7. So as you can see, I've labeled it strategy number 7. So a couple of my strategies were too slow. A couple of strategies I tried lost too much money. And then, the last one that I did, which was strategy number 6, was the one that worked and pays all my bills with dividends. And so this is strategy number 7, where it's a modified version of strategy number 6, using ETFs that pay weekly and margin to speed up the process. So I'm hopeful that I can do this faster than 3 years. So this is a long journey. So if you're just getting in now, this is day 4 of a long journey of investing. And I think that's one of the things that you need to understand, if nothing else about this process, is discipline is what gets you there. It's what got me there. I've talked to lots of investors. In fact, lots of people who are millionaires and billionaires who, over the years, I've sat down, had coffee with them, or lunch, or breakfast, or dinner, or drinks, or whatever. And every one of them says that the number one key to success is discipline. That's the thing. So same thing with investing, whether it's business or any of those things. Discipline's the name of the game. Like, that's the thing that makes you win. And with this, being disciplined is the key. So we'll see if I can stick with it with you for this long. Today, I've got to go right after this. In the next 20 minutes, I got to be in front of a room of 30 people doing a presentation, and I've got back-to-back presentations like that all day, every 2 hours. So I've got a 2-hour presentation and then a 5-minute break, and then I'm back at it, and I'm going to do that until 7 o'clock tonight. So it's now 8 in the morning. So it's going to be a busy day. So, I have days like that every week. And, I'm going to try and do these early before those meetings start. All right. So at least I'll get them done. All right. So strategy number 7 looks like this. I'm going to take all my personal expenses, which I've got here. Obviously, I have other personal expenses now, but this is the ones that are household expenses in order for me to live. Like there's other things, like I smoke cigars, right? And so that's not on the list. But these are the ones that if I needed to cut out all the fun stuff like smoking cigars and, flying and those kind of things and traveling, I could cut those out and this is what I could live on. So that's kind of where we're at. And this is what I call freedom money. For me, freedom means that no matter what I do, my bills get paid, right? So that's financial freedom to me. Doesn't mean I've got millions of dollars in the bank. It just means my bills are getting paid, right? So then, here's the strategy here. We're going to build weekly payers, so ETFs that pay weekly. I'm going to shoot for a 35% total return. Whether we're going to hit that or not, I don't know. That's just the goal, right? So the shares of weekly payers will be bought evenly per number of shares. So I've got 12 of those in the list. I'm going to show you, by the way, all these documents, links to all these documents, and everything that I have here, all four of these different tools, all in the description below. So I give them away for free. I'm not charging for anything. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have any way for you to pay me. I don't need your money. I make plenty of money. I don't need your $2 on Patreon or whatever the heck to give you a spreadsheet. So I'll give it away to you for free, and so that's it. So all right. So we're going to do some dollar cost averaging. So I'm going to buy one share of each one evenly, which means that the distributions are going to be unequal, right? So today I got paid for multiple ones. We're going to go through that, and one of them's higher than the other because it's the cost per share and its payouts and everything are higher than the other ones. But I don't want to deal with breaking up the math on how many shares of how much or am I going to do based on money. I'm just going to do it by number of shares, and we're going to make it super simple. All right. So I'm going to invest $300 a day into the weekly payers, and then I'll reinvest all the dividends that are coming in back into them until I've reached about $100 a week or $400 a month in distributions. And then after that, I'm going to take 50% of the distributions that come out. So that, dividends, distributions, however you want to say it, distributions, I'm going to put those into some monthly payers that are more stable, and then put 50% back into the weekly payers. And then once I've reached $2,000 in account balance, Robinhood says they're going to open a margin for me, and I'm going to use margin. I'm going to be very conservative with it at the beginning because I don't want a margin call, and the market is super volatile right now. So probably use 10 to 10% ish. So it'll add an extra $200 when I've got $2,000 in there, to what I can invest. So it should speed up my process pretty well. And then once the weekly pairs are at $400, the $300 a day also will be split between the weekly pairs and monthly pairs. So less money is going into those weekly pairs. I'm going to use margin to make up the difference, though. So the margin will be going to the weekly pairs, but then my active money, that $300 a day, will be split between the two. And then shares of the monthly pairs will be bought evenly as well. So I'm going to dollar cost average into those over time, and then I'm going to buy those evenly. So I'm about have an equal number of weekly pairs as monthly pairs. And then the goal is a 10% total return there with the monthly pairs. And then I'm going to use those monthly payers to pay my personal expenses. So down here, I've created a little area where I can say how many days did it take me. Today's day 4. Obviously, we haven't even started buying the monthly payers yet. But how many days did it take total for me to start paying these house bills? So how many days did it take me to cover the water and trash bill? How many of the days did it take to get the gas bill taken care of, electric bill, so on and so forth? So we're going to see if I can do this faster than 3 years. All right, so here's the list of all the ETFs that we're going to buy. So these are the weekly payers. I've got one, Monday covered, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday's obviously a lot of them in here, but these ones actually paid today, so it's kind of interesting. So, but I've got Wednesday and Thursday pairs in here. So we've got every day of the week covered, other than Friday. I just couldn't find any weekly pairs that I like on Friday. If you know of one that you're like, wow, you should consider this, Joe. This one's on Friday. Come, check it out. Put it in the comments below, and I'll go look at it. So I got an anonymous dingo in here looking at my sheet. I was like, what is that thing? All right. So individual, you can see that the market's going down today. Yesterday it was a green day. Today's a red day. I prefer red days when I'm buying. So when I'm buying shares, I never really sell anything because I'm a dividend investor. So I can't even remember the last time I sold a holding of anything ever. Although Robinhood did give me, a fractional share of Berkshire B shares as a thank you for joining Robinhood, I guess. So I have like $5 in this thing. I'm going to sell it actually. Let's go ahead and sell this thing. I don't know if I can sell it. Interesting. So I'm not sure how to sell this sucker, but I'm going to go to Robinhood Legend and get my $5 out of that thing. And I'm going to use that to put into the dividend investing. So I'll send Robinhood a thank you for their free $5 that they gave me on that, if they'll let me sell it. So we're gonna find out. So Berkshire B, looks like I don't have an area to reduce my position there. So not sure what to do about that. So I'm going to see how to sell this thing, and I'll figure it out by tomorrow. I don't have time to monkey with it right now. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down like I have before. I'm going to start where I left off yesterday. I'm going to buy one share of each one until I run out of money. So you can see I have $304.42. Oh, before I do that, let's go look at the distributions I got yesterday. So the payouts in here. So we should be able to click on history here and look at how much we got paid. So it's not much. Not much. We're just getting started, right? So we got Yeth paid out 26 cents. The Bitcoin Round Hill fund paid 34 cents. T-SPY paid 18 cents. TDAC paid 20 cents. And then of course the big payer is Chippy paid out almost $1.98. So you guys can do the math. I think that's actually like $1.94, maybe, something like that. $1.96. So got a almost $2, but $2 I didn't have to work for, right? So that's kind of where we're at with that. That goes on top of the dividends we got yesterday, and that not bad. We're getting there. So between the two, we've got some money in here. We got money coming in, right? So all right, so let's go ahead and get after it. So you can kind of see here. Here's my positions. This Berkshire B one's going to make me nuts. So I may sell that tomorrow. I might sell between now and then if I figure out how to get rid of it. So I don't need these Berkshire B shares for any reason. So I'm going to try and get rid of those and sell them. But here we go. So I've got blocks, Chippy. I got 3 of those, and then HOW only have 2. So I need to increase my position into that. So as always, I'm going to do a limit order, and then I'm going to look down here on the bid price. And this thing's been highly volatile as well, but like 24.06 is the bid price. So I'm just going to drop that down and see if I can get that a little cheaper. And go with that. So, all right, I got to turn my speaker on so I can hear that chime when it goes off and when I buy something. So, all right. So, Maggie, I've got two shares there, and I need 3. And so I'm going to increase my position here and limit that. And what do we got? 25.68 on the limit purchase. So let's go through on that. I heard the little chime, so it looks like my share of HOW did go through, and it did. So pretty awesome. So going on that. All right. So NBII. So we're gonna just keep rocking down this list here, and I'm just gonna increase my position here, limit, and the market on this is it's not as crazy. So it's like 24.17 is the bid price. So I'm just gonna match that, and I'll come back and edit those later. So PLTW. We're going to buy one of those. So as you can see, my buying power is going down. I got $2.51 now. And do a limit buy. And 26.58 is the bid price. Let's see if we can, on a red day, I'm trying to get these things as low as I possibly can. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I'll go all the way down to the bottom of the bid price and see if I can get these to go through while we're doing this. So this one's a huge difference on the bid price and ask price on that. So we'll see if we can get that as cheap as we can. Now top W, and we're going to increase this. So TDAX, top W. And it's interesting because like top W, I don't have high expectations for that thing. Round Hill, they kind of messed that thing up when it was WPay and didn't do a good job with it, I think. And I'm not the only one. A lot of us had high hopes for it, and we were really excited when it came out and bought into it. And I think a lot of us regretted buying it too early because it dropped like a stone, and a lot of us lost account value. I'm still holding on to it in my main account. I have, a lot of shares of it. We'll just say I'm not going to tell you how many because it's kind of embarrassing how over the top I went with it. But I think it'll all even itself out with the new strategy, and I'll be fine, and I won't. I'm never going to lose money on it because I'm never going to sell it. So I'll just let the distributions cover me on that. So, all right. So, limit buy. And I just saw something that was interesting when I did that. So let me click on this thing, increase position, see sell. You don't have enough buying power to place a bid here, but I can't sell this. And I think it's because it's a fractional share. So they sold me a fractional share, but I can't sell the fractional share. So I maybe have this Berkshire B share in here until the end of time. So don't like that, but it's kind of messing up my view. I don't know why they gave me this thing, but I mean, I'll never say no to free shares, obviously, but it's kind of annoying that it's in there. All right, so I've got a bunch of these working over here. I'm just gonna keep going on to blocks, and since I got Yeth in here. That was the last one. So we'll just go ahead and add blocks in here, and then I'll go through and edit all those and try and get them to go through. So, but I'm going to run down my buying power all the way to zero before I start on that process. All right. Do I have enough for a share of Chippy? I do not. So I'm at $41.87. So I'm going to skip it, and I'm going to go to HOW, and we'll just keep going with that. So limit. Some of those orders are going through, so I can hear them chiming in here. So and there's a little notification coming in here at the top. So some of them are actually cranking through. All right, so I got $18.22, and I don't think we have any shares of anything outside of Yeth that's that cheap in blocks too. So, and I don't need more shares of that. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow, to buy more. That way I can even these out. Because I'm only have to end up with 3 shares of Chippy and 3 shares of Maggie. So I'm going to need to start with those tomorrow. All right, so let's go through and move this thing out of my way. And I'll go ahead and change these. So get them to go through, add a couple cents to them. Still don't want to go up to the estimated value here because the last price is $26.71. And this is $26.60. So if I can get it for $26.60, that's 11 cents cheaper than it was yesterday. So that make me happy if I can get these to go through. So we're gonna try and get these as close to the bottom as we possibly can, and this is how you do it, folks. You gotta try and get your share price down. And a buddy of mine, he was watching me do this the other day, and he's making fun of me for it. And I was like, dude, you got to understand, over the course of 3 years, thousands of shares, 2 cents here and 2 cents there makes a difference. And you may not think that it's worth my time, but it is to get to dollar cost average my prices down. We're talking like, I've saved thousands and thousands of dollars, been able to buy dozens more shares, maybe hundreds more shares. Just because I've been able to save a penny here and there. And so, don't underestimate the value of a penny when you're buying these. So, of course, he still thinks I'm nuts, but that's fine with me. The way that I always judge everything is who makes more money, and I make more money, so I must be right on that. So, per share, I make more money, for sure. So. There's being the lazy investor, and then there's being the investor who's got a strategy that seems to be working. And mine works for me. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Whether or not you like doing this, or you're just going to go and do a market buy and just let it ride, that's up to you. So I'm not telling you what to do. I just went with this strategy because it's more fun for me, and I can get my shares cheaper, and life is good. So I think that's order is going to go through on that one potentially, but. the market's kind of moving here kind of rapidly this morning. So the bid prices and ask prices are all over the place. And as happens every day things are all constantly cranking. I don't know if you guys watch the news, but the world's a crazy place. I had a mentor one time. He's like, I don't read the news. He's like, because this is how the news works. The headlines change. The headlines change, but or the headlines are the same, but only the names change, right? So if you go back in time, 10, 20 years, the world's been a crazy place for all of time. People are like, it's the end of the times. It's the worst. It's terrible. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? My grandparents lived through World War II and the Depression and, all these different things. And, compared to the way it is now, where I can freaking order food on my phone right now, I could pull my phone out and I could have somebody bring me whatever food I want sitting right here. I'm like, I need my coffee this morning. I can put an order in and somebody will bring me coffee. Like they'll just bring it to me. And no questions asked. I could call, my car breaks down, which I don't have a car because I'm not home, but I could call a car. I could call a stranger to come get me and pick me up here and take me anywhere I want to go for pennies. I came here from the airport. I think it was like $14 or something. I tipped the guy $8, and I was like, that's, it's over 50% of whatever the Uber ride was. And we live in an amazing time. So don't get so depressed. Maybe pay attention to making money and your family and your own shit, and you won't have all these problems. So, people are always telling me life is so terrible. I actually sat in this room with these people, and you can pick kind of which political side of the aisle they're on, and everything's just the worst. I went to a comedy show that was supposed to be funny the other day, and these guys were just like nonstop with the way the world is, and it's the end of the world, and we're Armageddon's coming, and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, are you freaking kidding me? Like, this is incredible, dude. Where I'm sitting right now, and I'm going to turn my camera in a way where you can see. Actually, I'm going to do it. You know what? So I don't know if it turned my camera off. It looks like it did when I moved it, but like this view that I have is insane. If you are not blessed, feel blessed when you got flowers blooming, mountains behind me with snow still on them, and this sky. Look at that. Man, maybe you got problems. So I feel blessed every single day. Feel blessed that I can sit here and buy shares of stocks and change my life one share at a time, increase my passive income one share at a time from my computer. I don't need to call a stockbroker. My grandpa, he used to have a 3x5 card in his pocket, and he would write down, he'd get the Wall Street Journal in the morning, and he'd write down all of his stocks that he was thinking about buying. He had no way of getting live updates, right? There's no live updates. This is like in the 1980s. There's no live updates happening. He would sit there and he would call his stockbroker on a rotary phone and tell him, hey, if the stock goes up to this price today, buy this number of shares. If it goes down to this price today, sell this number of shares. Like, that's how he did it. He built an amazing life for my grandma. My grandma wanted for nothing, her whole life after he passed away. He built a trust for her that had enough passive income coming out of it that she lived the rest of her life from the time he passed away to the time she died was almost 30 years. Like, and she lived an amazing life because of that. And he built it, kid you not, he'd sit there on a rotary phone and call and place stock orders. Like, that was nuts. And to build a trust, he couldn't just use some online lawyer like we have today. Literally, if I wanted to build a trust, I could go find some type of online service like Legal Shield or whatever, and have them probably build the whole bloody thing for me for cheap. And he had to go into town, which we lived in the middle of nowhere, Montana. He had to drive into town, meet with a lawyer multiple times, back and forth, hour drives each way, build this trust, all this stuff. We live in an amazing time. Like, stop complaining. Go do some shit, Anyway, I'm not going to keep ranting about that, but Maybe I might keep doing it because people keep complaining about it to me, which is a mistake because I'm like the worst person to complain to. Have a better day. Like every day is a great day, dude. Every day is a great day. All right, so here's my snowball analytics. Let's refresh this and see how great a day I'm going to have, right? This is going to show me what my dividends are going to be, what changes we made today. All those orders went through, by the way, while I was on my rant, so we're good to go, right? So holding update, let's go back to this. Still have $17.68 I could play with tomorrow. And then when I add my extra $300 in, tomorrow's Friday, so no distributions tomorrow, so no problem there, but that's the way it's going to be. And then here we go. Snowball Analytics, I just did the update. I had to refresh the screen, and then it'll update everything here. All right, so total profit, I'm actually down $8.47 because the market is sucking today. So who knows? Tomorrow it'll probably come back or not. We don't know. But that's the way it is. And usually what happens is it takes a couple weeks for the distributions to keep the market fluctuations from causing me these little dips. But as you can see, my passive income is now $502.78 annually. So in 4 days, I've been able to create $500.02 in annual income, which is not that much money, but it is when you consider that it took me 4 days to do it, right? So let's go over to the analytics real quick, and I'm just going to show you what the shares are looking like. My total profit, everything yesterday was all green. Everything was green yesterday. It's almost all red today. Berkshire B share that I have that I can't sell, that I have 0.0106 shares of $5, and it's gone up a penny, so I'm crushing it over there. Maybe that's the thing that'll make me rich right there. Make me richer. All right, so and HOW is up, so the total profit is up, but everything else was green in the green yesterday. Now everything's in the red. That's just the way the market is, folks. So build up a little bit of like you just got to build up some resilience to it. Don't get so upset when the market's up and down. It's up and down. It's up and down. It's just going to do that, okay? So if you were watching the video yesterday, you can actually go back every day and skip almost to the end and kind of watch how this grows. So kind of fun. So I'm up to $40.21, which is 10% of my goal before I start adding in the monthly. So if this holds true and it stays like this, it's probably going to take me between 30 and 40 days to get to that point. But I think I'm going to be able to do it faster because I'm going to add in margin starting next week. So middle of next week, I think, is when I'll have enough money in there. My account value is going to be $2,000, and then I'll be able to start adding margin in. So, all right. So monthly is $40.21. Daily, I'm up to $1.32. So my yield is still $41 or 41.5%. So you can see here, I'm not sure why the calendar is not updating the dividend calendar, but now it doesn't show the distributions from yesterday and today. But that's fine. You can see the ones for next week. If I didn't invest another dollar, I'd still make $1.24, $2.11 into on Monday, Tuesday, and then in April, you can kind of see, $3.27 on Wednesday and $3.44 on Thursday. So, that's going to be great. And you can see these charts are going up across the board here, where every month you can kind of see what the estimated payouts. This is not guaranteed, by the way, because these ETFs fluctuate so much that it is what it is. That's kind of where we're at. So that I wouldn't take this as gold or this is the way it's going to be. This may be low, maybe high. We don't know. That's just what their estimated is. So Snowball's doing the best they can with this. All right, so let's go back to the dashboard real quick and look at a couple things. As you can see, the only thing that's going up today is Berkshire, and it's that free thing they gave me at $5. They gave me $5. It's up to $5.06. So yippee on that. And then so everything else is down. So crypto's down, tech is down, which is where most of our stuff is. All right, so that's what I got for you guys today. Have a blessed day, everybody. Count your blessings. You know what? I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. Wake up in the morning and write down 10 things you're grateful for, and it'll give you a better perspective on life. All of us have things to be grateful for, and Investing, how this ties in, investing so much easier if you're in a damn good mood. That's just the way it is. I'm in a good mood all the time. People asked me the other day, somebody asked me the other day, they're like, dude, do you even have bad days? I'm like, no. God's blessed me with an amazing life, an amazing brain that's been able to give me an amazing life and the tenacity in order to do it. And he's given me opportunities, and I've been able to pick up on those opportunities. So go out, make it happen. And thanks, everybody. Have a great Thursday, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.